Hi Stampers! Today we're going to make the step card that Laura had sent me for Easter, and this is my version of it. We're going to use the Awash with Flowers stamp set. So let's get started. Let me give you the measurements first of everything that we're going to use. The Pretty in Pink for the base card is cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And then your little window or your little layer that pops up in the back, the Certainly Celery, is measured at 3.5 by 3 3/4. The Pretty in Pink is measured at 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then the Whisper White is 3 by 3 1/4. Okay, then I went ahead and cut the Certainly Celery with 2 of them for the panels of my card right here. And these measure 3/4 by 4. Okay. And then I went ahead and cut 2 strips of the pink taffeta ribbon. And then the layers for the Happy Birthday in the front of the card, that is using the Teeny Tiny Wishes. And then Life is a Matter of Moments is from the Elements of Style, which is going to be brand new May 1st. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the base of the card. Let me get my cutter here. Okay, so you're going to start with your 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to put it long ways at 8.5, and you're going to line it up with the 1 inch. And then on your cutter, you're going to have this arm here, and I'm going to line the blade up, and you'll notice that there's a little arrow. Let me see if I can show you here. There's a little arrow on your blade, so I'm going to line that arrow up with the 1 1/4. And then I'm going to cut it down to 6 1/4. So 1 1/4 down to 6 1/4. Now the trick to this card to get equal is you're just going to flip the cardstock over. Don't turn the cardstock like this, because you're going to get a different cut on this side. So after you cut your one slit here, you're just going to flip the cardstock over and line that up with the 1 inch. And you're going to do the same thing. Line it up at 1 inch, and then your blades lined up at 1 1/4 down to 6 1/4. Okay, so you should have your 2 slits like this on your card. Okay, then the 1/4 inch end, which is my end right here, I'm going to put it in at 1 1/4, and I'm going to score that. Slide that down to 2 1/4, score, 3 1/4. Now you're going to put your cardstock at 4 1/4, and you're going to score the whole card. The other lines are between the 2 slits, but the 4 1/4 you're going to score the whole card because you're going to fold it in half so it sits up good. And then you're going to score the last score line at 6 1/4. Okay, so 6 1/4, and you're going to score that right between the cut lines. Okay, so there's your card. I don't know if that's showing up, but okay. And then I already have one pre-folded, so I can show you how to fold your step card. Like that. And then you're going to proceed to fold it like an accordion. And then just take your bone folder, making sure all the lines measure up. You're going to burnish your score lines. So there's how the card will sit when it's finished. Let me show you from the side. Okay. So that first fold right here at the 6 1/4 is actually going to fold down. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now let's go ahead and decorate our card. I'm going to use the Awash with Flowers, and I'm going to try not to use my Stamp-A-Majig for these flowers because I kind of like the looks of the flowers when they're off-centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my StazOn, and I'm going to use this flower right here. And what's great with this stamp set, it's a 2-step stamp set, so you really only need a couple colors. You're going to stamp the outline image first, and then you're going to stamp the solid image with another different colors. So the outline image, I'm going to use the StazOn, the black StazOn first. So I'm just going to stamp the flower like that. And then I'm going to take the stem, and this is the outline image also. I'm going to stamp that with black. Okay, So let me show you what that looks like. This is the first step of your two-step stamping. I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink. And then I'm also going to use the Certainly Celery marker with the main image, the solid image. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to ink it up with the Pretty in Pink. And then I'm going to take the Certainly Celery marker and I'm just going to color in that center part of the flower. And then I'm going to try to align this as good as I can. Now, Stamp-A-Majig is really, really good. And that looks really cute. Let me show you. Okay. And then I'm also going to take the Certainly Celery ink. And in this stamp set, you have the little leaves to color the two-step stem in here. So I'm going to take the leaves. I'm going to stamp that with the Certainly Celery. And then I'm just going to stamp that also. So it looks like that. Isn't that cute? For the greeting of my card where my flower is, I'm using, it says, "Your friendship is like a song of spring." And this is from the stamp set called Spring Song. And it looks like this with the little hummingbird and a little chicky bird. So this one I'm going to use the Stamp-A-Majig. So I went ahead and stamped the image on a piece of vellum cardstock first. And then I can position this wherever I want it on my card. So take my Stamp-A-Majig, and then I'm just going to ink the greeting up and stamp it straight down. So it looks like this. Cute? Okay, so then I'm going to take the ticket corner punch. I'm going to punch out all four corners. Okay. And then take my little dabber here with the Certainly Celery. I'm going to sponge the edges. I'm going to layer this piece onto the Pretty in Pink. Okay. And then this piece is going to go on the Certainly Celery. Decorate the rest of it. Okay, so for the panel sides, I'm going to go ahead and adhere those. Just adhere your side panels, and I'm using the Certainly Celery. And then I got my little tags already made up, so I'm going to put Happy Birthday in the front. Very cute. And then for the greeting says "Life is a matter of moments," and that's in the inside step part of my card right there. And I put the dimensional towards the bottom side because I want that to be coming up a little bit higher than the step. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one first because then I can position that greeting. You're just going to put your adhesive right at the very bottom of your layer because that's the only part that's going to actually adhere to your card. So I'm just going to slide this in. And the best way to line it up is slide it in and then just close your card. And then you can get the alignment with your card size. So it sits like this. Okay? Alright, then I'm going to take the greeting part and then I can position this right where I want it. And I guess it's going to be right in the center there. Okay, so that's the card. And now I'm just going to add some finishing touches. I'm going to add the pink taffeta ribbon. And I'm just sliding this in between this panel part right here. And I'm just going to tie this in a knot on both sides. Just trim the tails off. Okay. So then I'm just going to take my white gel pen and I'm going to add some doodle dots here along the side panels on the Certainly Celery. Then for my label, my modern label punch in the front with the Certainly Celery, I'm just going to add some doodle dots to the edges of those. And then also on the panel part where the ticket punch is, I'm just going to add some there also. Okay, so there's your card. Isn't it cute? Thank you, Laura. I love it. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye.